SHIB just continues to show a lot of conviction, a lot of resilience. And what we saw yesterday was a nice bounce from SHIB from the exact levels like we talked about, which is a great sign. And what I'm waiting for now is this actually hard bounce versus Ethereum, because this last time is what led SHIB on a major run. And what I want to talk about is, could this be where SHIB does in fact set its next leg in the crypto market? So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So when we're looking at the Shiba Inu chart right now, guys, we had that nice strong bounce overnight right off of our 50-day moving average. That's exactly what we talked about yesterday. This is textbook stuff. And when we zoom in on this Shiba Inu chart, what you can see is SHIB was in fact building this big bull flag here. All right. So you can see the lower part of that. You can see, I'm trying this hotkey out where you can see the upper part of it, actually almost more of a wedge than anything, but bullish breakout nonetheless. We're pressing against our long-term trend line. This is all very exciting, very, again, textbook stuff. It's not surprising this is going on. And what we are now seeing is overseas money wake up, or not wake up, they've been awake, and they're moving the charts overnight. And we just need to see US money do the same thing. It's about 6:24 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to have to wait and see if this does in fact play out. But there are a few important things going on for Shiba Inu here. First of all, Ethereum, still looking very consistent, still between its 20 and 50-day moving average. That's a great spot for ETH to be in right now. And for ERC20s to continue taking strength versus ETH, that's a great sign. In fact, when we look at the SHIB ETH chart, the one that we've been following very closely as of late, we may be on the verge of a strong, hard bounce versus Ethereum. We actually came back down. We tested our long-term trend line that's been playing out since the latter part of February, and we got a nice bounce off of it. In fact, what's very interesting here is if we look at the stochastic RSI in terms of this trend, every time, or not every time, but at least as of late during this trend, as SHIB has touched the oversold range versus ETH, it had a hard bounce back to the upside. It happened actually back here on April 3rd, April 4th, somewhere in there. Happened here again on April 24th, actually, where we saw it have a nice bounce versus Ethereum as well. And now we're touching it again, and we're on the verge of a potential actually surge to the upside here. Now, this could in fact be where we do replicate our trend from back here in September of 2024. When SHIB did go on a very nice run to the upside. If you guys remember what that looked like, when SHIB did hit that spot in the latter part of September, it ran from around 40145 all the way up to 40215. Okay. That might be the type of pump we are on the verge of. We're seeing the right compression of short leverage above these ranges for assets throughout the space, Shiba Inu included. And this could essentially be a kind of a slingshot move like I've been talking about in some of these other videos. Now, what I will say is very promising is here as well is when we look at the stochastic RSI on the weekly in terms of Shiba Inu in general. First of all, regular RSI got across. MACD just starting to get across here as well. So momentum is shifting to the upside. And on the stochastic RSI, we have surged out of this oversold range, which historically speaking has led us on some of these nice moves. We're about midway up right now. And you guys can see that that has created typically some momentum to surge us even higher. So we have kind of the perfect setup for Shiba Inu to make some big extended runs. And we know that when things do in fact get exciting across the crypto market, SHIB tends to perform its best. That's where we're at right now. Sentiment is very quickly starting to shift. Yes, we're still sitting in a neutral range on the fear greed index, but you can feel it across the crypto market, right? Total market cap of crypto, guys, when we look at that, 2.95 trillion. All right. This is the highest level we have been at since, oh gosh, all the way back here on the strategic crypto reserve pump. Okay. So we're doing it, guys. This is exactly what we want to see. We're on the verge of big breakouts. Yes, I know we've talked about this before, but we're finally starting to see everything pointing in that direction. And now it's a question of when do we finally make those moves? When does SHIB finally make this big extended breakout we've been waiting for? And I think it's a lot sooner than people realize. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.